Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I know many of you have been eagerly asking about this topic, and after diving deep into research and gathering tons of feedback from you all, I figured today is the perfect day to break it all down. We're diving into something that's been capturing a lot of attention lately, the Vietnamese dong and how it's interacting with the US dollar. I've put in significant effort researching this and I'm thrilled to share my thoughts. Today is Wednesday, January 15th, and I'm pumped to dive right in. Before we delve into the details, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Also, drop a comment below with your thoughts or suggestions for topics you'd like me to cover next because your feedback keeps me motivated. Now, let's jump into the details. For those closely following the currency exchange market, you've probably noticed some recent movement in the US dollar's exchange rate against the Vietnamese dong. On Tuesday morning, the US dollar saw a small increase in rates at banks but experienced a slight decline on the black market. At Vietcombank, the dollar was sold at 23,120 Vietnamese dong, marking a modest 0.04% rise since last Thursday. Meanwhile, the State Bank of Vietnam SBV lowered its reference rate by 0.09% to 23,038 dong. On the black market, however, the dollar was sold at around 23,515 dong, reflecting a minor drop of 0.06%. Despite this slight dip, the US dollar has still gained approximately 2.87% against the dong since the start of the year. Shifting focus to the broader global landscape, the dollar has been fairly steady against major currencies. Last Friday, the dollar rebounded from a two-week low, with traders anticipating a significant jobs report while remaining cautious due to heightened tensions in the Middle East. The Japanese yen also gained strength, hitting a two-week high against the dollar, as it attracted investors seeking a safe haven. Over the week, the US dollar faced some turbulence, dropping from a 5-month high to a two-week low. This movement was influenced by unexpected data showing a slowdown in US services growth, which led to speculation that the Federal Reserve might ease interest rates sooner than anticipated. Interest rates are a critical factor in currency valuation, so all eyes were on the jobs report to see if it would hint at upcoming changes in Federal Reserve policies. According to Chu Chananana, the head of currency strategy at Saxo, markets are particularly sensitive to surprises in jobs data because the Federal Reserve's messaging remains unclear. This means the interpretation of economic data plays a crucial role in predicting the Fed's next steps. For reference, the dollar index, which measures the currency against a basket of major global currencies, stayed relatively flat at 103.18 over the past week. Now let's zoom back in on the Vietnamese dong. The State Bank of Vietnam has maintained a stable reference rate of 23,958 dong per US dollar, while on the black market, the greenback fell by 0.54%, landing at 24,816 dong. Despite this decline, the US dollar still reflects an overall gain of about 0.61% against the dong since the year began. These fluctuations are noteworthy because the Vietnamese dong is currently one of Southeast Asia's fastest-growing currencies and is playing an increasingly prominent role in the global economy. If this growth trajectory continues, there's a strong possibility the dong's value could rise further in the coming months. This makes Vietnam's currency market a key area to monitor for currency traders and foreign exchange investors. Globally, the US dollar experienced additional volatility on Monday, showing some decline as positive earnings reports from major tech firms spurred a surge in risk sentiment. This development, combined with speculation about when the Fed might begin easing interest rates, created uncertainty in currency markets. Traders are particularly interested in the non-farm payroll report, released last Friday, as it could offer new insights into the Fed's future actions. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has consistently pushed back against the idea of imminent rate cuts, adding to market uncertainty. Consequently, all these factors have contributed to the dollar index tracking its first weekly decline of the year, standing at 103.2 as of Monday. The big question now is how these factors will influence markets moving forward, especially as new economic data is released. That's the breakdown. Currency markets are currently dynamic, with the US dollar facing a roller coaster of fluctuations. Meanwhile, The Vietnamese dong is gaining significance in Southeast Asia and might play a larger role on the global economic stage. Vietnam's economy is rapidly expanding, giving its currency more importance. If you're interested in foreign exchange markets, this is an exciting time to pay attention to the Vietnamese dong's development. Whether you're a trader, investor, or just curious about global currencies, this topic is well worth following in the coming months. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. If you found this information helpful, be sure to like the video and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Where do you think the Vietnamese dong is headed? Are you noticing any patterns or trends in the currency market? Will the dong continue to appreciate, or are more fluctuations ahead? Your insights mean so much to me.